Let's check in with CBS 2's Kris Habermehl. He is in Chopper 2 for us tonight, and he's heading to one of the areas, Campton Hills, where we saw some of the most dramatic video of the actual tornadoes that were sighted. Some 8 unconfirmed sightings. I think we can pretty much confirm the one we did see from Campton Hills was indeed a tornado. That's what Albert said as he was watching that very thing. Let's check in with Kris. Kris, I know you're airborne. Have you been able to sort of assess any of the damage, or are you still on your way there?
As a matter of fact, just touched on Campton Hills a little bit and coming back out of Campton Hills because the ceiling is coming down a little bit on us. Had a little bit of an outflow boundary that acted as a lifting device, and it's kind of prompted a little redevelopment of some misty, cruddy stuff out here. So we're just coming into Elgin. Basically, what we're looking at here, this is, looks like Stoney Point and Rocky Creek, I believe. And you can see that the overpressure has blown the side walls out of these houses. I'm going to turn this light off on the interior of the aircraft here so we can focus up. I can see the monitor a little bit better. And Cam, if you want to push in here, we've got the number of the houses right here on this corner. This would be the northwest corner of this subdivision where the side walls up in the attic spaces have been blown out. Obviously by an overpressure, a pressure differential, maybe a window broke and some of the air got in there and blew out the side walls there. A lot of the residents are out on the street, of course. Power has been taken out in the area, not only by the storm, but also the utilities have been contacted to cut off what power may still exist where these houses were damaged. Now, upstream from here, and we will we've already sent the video back in. We'll try and get that turned around for you. But I noticed the very definitive ground scar through the young crops here. A lot of the corn was displaced. There's the curly Q telltale signs of a tornadic circulation, a very tight circulation. I would guesstimate from what I saw, and when we get that video turned around, you'll see what I'm talking about, that it was probably 100 yards or so wide at the point at which it was at when it was down on the ground near Nestler and Bowes Road. So Nestler and Bowes Road, it moved east, touched off a house fire on David Drive, and it came into this area here, getting into South Elgin and what have you. So let's go a little bit tighter on some of the damage here. Let's focus up on what we're actually seeing. You can see that the roof materials been pulled apart here, that there's tree damage out in the yard. The outer covering, the vinyl siding has been pulled away. The insulation is plainly visible. And as you can see, they've actually gone through here, authorities, and have cleared these homes, blocked them off, so nobody's going to be going back in there. These are not habitable right now by virtue of the fact that they are open structures and still need to be looked at by building engineers to see how structurally sound these actually are. Will they be habitable? Can you prop up something there, or is this significant structural damage that basically tells you that it's not going to be habitable for some time? Here's your command. Incident command has been set up here right down the street. Again, residents, fortunately, it's not really ugly as far as weather is concerned right now. The work lights have been set up. Kane County, the county emergency management is out here, and with the firefighters that are still remaining on the scene protectively. NICOR, the gas company, is here. The representatives from ComEd are out here. So it's a very large gathering in just one spot. We have to emphasize there's damage like this kind of hopscotching all over the place here. A lot of these circulations apparently were not completely on the ground. They were on the ground for a while, went back airborne again, touched down, skipped around just a little bit, and some of this may not even be the actual circulation touching it. This could be rear flank downdraft. This could be some outflow. Again, the National Weather Service will be out here on the scene in the morning to go ahead and look around and verify that this is in fact damage here, but this is so close to and in geographic line with the touchdown zone, the touchdown area where there's witness marks on the ground that this could be into or very close to the actual circulation that went through here. So we've got, look at that garage door. The garage door is showing evidence that it was blown out from the inside. It was not pushed in. You can see it blown out toward the driveway here. Right next to it, we've got some vinyl siding that's laying down, guttering is laying down, and as we're circling around here, we're actually getting a little bit lower, and that is basically the weather coming in. So we're going to shove off, move on from this particular scene, and go assess some other reports of damage. We've got some damage reported west of O'Hare, maybe some warehouses took some hits over there. Also getting over by LaGrange and Joliet Road, reports over there. Going to try and get an airborne view where Jamont is over by McCook. And so there's a lot of work cut out for us both today and tomorrow to assess this from the air. But very definitive, and you will see that when we get that tape turned around, a very, very marked and definitive line where there was a tornadic circulation on the ground. And here's a dramatic picture right in the curve of this street here where the side walls in the roof structure got in. Maybe an attic vent blew off and it got air inside there and it pushed them off one after another. And what you're looking at, we're facing west, and those failed sections that blew out are all facing east. So all the wind coming in from the west blew them out, or the overpressure, and blew them the same way. So the Weather Service will be looking over debris scatter, whether and when trees are down, if they are down like at a 90-degree angle to one another to show that there are signs of rotation, or whether it was straight line winds. But this is all going to be in the next 24, 48 hours. They'll start getting the assessment teams out here